disrespect, so when I bust my rhyme, you break your necks. We got 5 minutes for us to disconnect from all intellect and let the rhythm affect. To lose the inhibition, follow your intuition, free your inner soul and break away from tradition. Cause when we be out, girl, it's there's no disrespect, so when I bust my rhyme, you break your necks. We got 5 minutes for us to disconnect from all intellect and let the rhythm affect. To lose the inhibition, follow your intuition, free your inner soul and break away from tradition. Cause when we be out, girl, it's bullet weed out. You wouldn't believe how we wow shit out. Burn it till it's burned out, turn it till it's turned out. Act up from northwest, east side. Everybody, everybody, let's get into it. Get stoked, get it started, get it started, get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Yeah. Lose control of body and soul. Don't move too fast, we'll just take it slow.
Hello, darlings, and welcome to your favorite late night lituation. It's TrendingSA! we're coming to you from our home on SABC3 and online. Of course, you know we are TrendingSA.tv. We're about to bring you a show that unpacks the who, the what, the when, the why, and the hypo that happened on those media, the social media street. What's going on? Who? It's gonna be lit. Of course, as you can see, Public's mummy is not here, but don't fear, we have delightful and gorgeous Relebogile Mabata, who is
Yes, girl.
Do it again. Baby, you look absolutely incredible. This is disgusting. Love that picture. Tell us what was happening there.
Thank you.
Oh,
Welcome. Thank you. It's so good to be back. And you know what? When I heard that a special someone is going to be here, another blonde, I was like, I must be blonde.
But I'm not blonde though.
Thank you for representing. Blonde and
Aren't you?
Okay, now what was happening here?
Okay, so I was emceeing a health awards in Sun City. Magnificent, beautiful, lots of fun. I'm going to marry a doctor. Hint, hint.
That's very nice.
Oh,
Well, you are not married to a doctor yet, and you have to work for your own money. Tell us what's happening tonight. Work.
All right.
Work.
Thato Molamu is our worth a follow guest. Thato is not only a talented actor and exceptionally good looking, but he has done something so incredible for education in our country. So stick around and find out what he has been up to.
Nice one. Can't wait, my love. On my left is a professional. Her name is Celeste Ntuli, and she's right there.
all I know is that I wore a wrong dress. I should have shown my clivovo. Anyway, good to be here, guys.
For the male guest, Mamina Lala, welcome back again. You look fantastic. You did very well last
Thank
night.
you. I'm here again.
Nana?
You must pull up your socks.
Who are those people? I mean, I see Ulanduza Pamela
yes, this is me with the legends, just playing the game. So,
This is definitely
we were at
television
the one of the shows, and we were interviewed for the show that I'm on right now. I'm not going to talk about it because it will be cheating.
Yes. Yes. What are you talking about
Anyway,
the show?
Yeah, we're talking about about that exactly, the cheating situation, guys.
Ooh.
Shubile, guys.
Ooh.
And TrendingSA was trending because there's apparently a new show launching as an exposer, Bonke Omacholana.
Nice.
Know thyself.
You know what song it reminds me of?
What?
Cause I know that she knows I'm unfaithful and it kills me inside.
Don't you remember you're my little secret?
1990.
As we lay.
Guys, the cheaters are right here on this table. Okay, before Celeste continues singing the entire night, on my other side is a doctor who makes me feel grrr, so he sings so amazingly as well. Dr. Musam Tombeni, or you can call him Zadze.
Zadze!
What do you have for? Oh, Daddy, we know where you were there. Is that your brother?
Ooh.
Yeah, that's my twin brother.
Okay.
We
I can
generally
see
like doing
this.
things together. We have separate fathers.
Nice,
however.
nice.
But it's a long genetic story, but I won't get into it. But what I will get into, of course, are our hashtags for the day. And this one, the one I'll be looking at, hashtag Ramaphosa must fall. Now, that was a talk on Twitter today because the people are angry. They just don't understand what's going on. They are unhappy about these increases, so everything must fall.
Even salaries must fall.
That's why it's not busy much.
Exactly. Of course, my name is Kuli Roberts, Unoma Kula Roberts. I am your Madam Speaker. And that's me over there with my amazing twins. One of them is our floor manager. The other one is his stalker. I love them so much. What's happening tonight? Our legendary guest tonight is a praise singer, Zolani Mkiva, a man who sang out the names of President Nelson Mandela's ancestors to usher him into parliament and the start of the new South Africa. So stay tuned for that later. Guys, remember, if you want us to read any of your posts, comments, or questions for the guest tonight, do the right thing and tag us on your questions. TrendingSA on 3, that's what it is, on Twitter, and of course TrendingSA on Facebook and Instagram, and we are on SABC3. And use the hashtag Sound3 TrendingSA. Return.
Can I challenge Celeste to dance?
Dance, come on. Lisa, Eva Koma Koma, India, Usakhumbula, Iphethe Rashi, Iphethe Majita, India, Usakhumbula, Iphethe Tiyo.
Ocheri bathi mthandeni, okhata bathi myekeni, ubani ongakunika leni. Ungabona siphila kancane, ungabona siphila kamnandi, uyabona siphila kamnandi, noma uphila inzima, sonke
Yes, welcome back. Mdana Sekhaya, Mdana Sendlini, Omhle. You are watching Trending SA on SABC 3 and online. We are at TrendingSA.tv. Speaking of online, let's check out a post from Facebook. Babatini na. Oh, Mr. Pau, no see, M. Pau, no see for Musue says, I still love the show. I even stole my sister's phone just to go post. So sad that I won't see Bobby. But hey, the show still goes on. Hashtag love you guys. Hashtag Sawan3. Show must go on. We all miss Bobby when I'm Momolos. And then Abel Simpio Banyoni says, this is my day. I'm gonna do things my way. Do you believe it? This is a song.
Who was paid to sing?
No, man. It's my song.
This is amazing.
So my voice not bad, huh? Nice one. That's it, guys. Thank you very much for all the posts, the comments, the RTs, and the likes. We love hearing from you. We love you. And of course, we love Moose. We have Moose. Over to you, Moose.
Yeah, look, I don't really love you. It's more like it's a strong like.
And that's fine as long as you like.
Just a strong like, nothing too powerful.
Shame.
But one thing I can tell you is, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Asikulume. Let's talk. That's our first story for the evening, and of course, it's about the esteemed journalist, presenter, as well as radio host Zolani Mkiva. Now, last year, September, he made an announcement, of course, that he would be taking time off from radio as he's been diagnosed with colon cancer. But after 9 months of fighting the brave fight and the big fight against the terrifying illness, we are happy to announce that Mr. Mkiva is now officially in remission and is recovering. Well done, sir. Well done, sir. Now, once he is ready, of course, and he's sorted out his things, has started going back to gym to look a little bit more delicious, because he's a dark, delicious man.
Yes.
We want him here on this show, right? Konala.
And back at work. Come back to work. We miss you so much, Kolani. And just
what work
get
are you
well
talking
soon.
about?
Ay, bo, they're friends in the morning.
No, the radio show, but the thing is, you're not the only one who works there.
Mona must fall. Mona must fall.
Calm down. It's not about you, Sisi.
Thank you.
You could have WhatsApped him that.
I mean, in the group.
In the group.
Jeez. Anyway, moving right along. The hashtag was Ramaphosa must fall. Caused a bit of a stir, of course, on the feed a little bit earlier on today because, hey, listen, Kunzima is South Africa right now. Yep, you heard right. Kunzima is South Africa right now. I had to do it in the accent. Okay, I'll explain a little bit later on. Now, in April, we had a VAT increase. We jumped up from 14 to 15%, which has been the highest it's been in recent years. And of course, the Rand, it's just been having back problems. It just can't stand straight and it's struggling on the markets against other children. Other children are just dancing. Yeah! It's just there like, it's so. And then, of course, fuel prices have skyrocketed, and the price of unleaded petrol is now 15 Rand per litre for the people that live at the coast and 16 Rand for the people that live in the inland. Now, the new fuel price, of course, has us all stressed out because Umjolo is decreasing. You're just living on the phone, hey baby, I miss you, I love you. That's where it ends. You can't even do nice things anymore. But anyway, moving on to things that don't affect me because I'm not affected by that. The increase, of course, has set off prices of food as well as transport costs. And all of this is being blamed on one man and one man only. And that is our president, Mr. President Mandela Cyril Ramaphosa. Now, starting things off, of course, with the Twitter instigator. His name is Advocate Barry, and this is what he had to say. Since Cyril Ramaphosa stepped in as president, I went from middle class to poor. Hashtag Ramaphosa must fall. Another one, of course, is coming through from Tabiso, who had this to say. I knew it. This guy came with his fancy English. This guy came with his fancy English. And now everything is expensive in this country. We will end up paying for walking and we'll be taxed for talking. I can't bet. Hashtag Ramaphosa must fall. Sure, that came from a deep list. All right. Anyway, of course, the flame zone, of course, all those angry tweets sparked a wildfire of dramatic responses and statements like the following. This one coming through from Peroni Nastrazzoro. It says, anyone that knows where we can get a second-hand present, even a demo, because this Rama one is very expensive. None of us were prepared for what just happened. Oh my goodness. Another one, of course, is one from 2nd of July. Oh, does that mean it's your birthday? Happy belated too? Okay, fast forward. Whatever your age is, congratulations, Shani Zandla.
Okay, all right.
Shani Futi Zandla.
Okay.
One more time for the...
All right.
And then for the petrol price.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I'll calm down. All right, so he actually tweeted and said, even relationships don't last ever since Ramaphosa became president. Ramaphosa must fall. I told you, they don't last. If you and your girlfriend live 50 kilometers away from each other, that is going to be a quarter tank of petrol to and from, just to go, baby.
This is why we said stop dating.
Where must you date?
I complex.
Locales, black
Yes, in your complex. I like that.
Your complex.
Upstairs.
Now, of course, we know that with all these things that are happening, another tweet that had to come through is one from Zamandelu. And this tweet here says that Ramaphosa must fall because he doesn't sing or dance, not giving our comedians any new material, and he only increases prices. Now, Celeste, I must ask you, has he not given you any material?
I mean, it has been nice cupcakes.
Oh, but guys, he jogs.
I mean,
he might not sing or dance, but he jogs.
Yeah, well, we must.
I mean, walks.
Well, yeah.
It's fine.
I want to join that other walk, that walk 4.
All right, let's check out the last tweet from Dandunge that says, Mati Ramaphosa has turned SA into Woolworths, which means that it is cold and expensive. Ouch, that is painful. Now, I must say, look, we can't blame all of this on one guy. Let's be honest with each other. It can't be one guy.
No.
So many different things affect the price of petrol.
Yes.
I mean, it is OPEC, and if you don't know what OPEC is, it's all those countries that have oil in them. They get together and decide, hey, listen, we're going to say that a barrel of oil is no longer $99, but it's $150. And of course, it's many other factors that come into it. It's the rand. Remember, I explained that bit a little bit earlier on. So all these factors need to be taken in, and that's how the price is set. So for us as a country to move forward, we need to understand that it can't be blamed on one man. Fiscal health is very important, and that's just my view on this. You're allowed to have a different view. Just hashtag #on3. And of course, that is what I have to say. Thank you.
So much TED talk, doctor. All I had was OPEC. I don't know what. All I'm knowing that I might not get Lobolat.
Listen,
rough.
if he brings petrol, it's so much better than car.
Oh, yes.
95, baby, unleaded.
Wow. Okay, you know, listen, this is not a Find Me a Blesser show. Please spare us all of that. From people wanting someone to fall to something else. Of course, South Africans enjoy tweeting about this one thing, and it's not blessers are needed here.com. No, it's hashtag cheaters. Now, this hashtag, of course, has been blowing up my timeline, and listen, there's a lot that's going on in South Africa. Y'all guys need to stop liking so many things. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, South Africa is about to have their own version of a very popular show called Cheaters. But this one is not going to be called Cheaters. No. This is South Africa. This is my land. This is your land. This is our land. And it's going to be called Uyajola.
Oh, Baba Jola next door. Uyajola.
Okay, like I said,
So excited.
1990. Right, so of course, when this picture was posted, a lot had to be said. So let's see what the actual post was. And this is what it actually looked like. It says, this is from Thato N. Having doubts about your partner's loyalty. Let me read it in a nice voice. Having doubts about your partner's loyalty. Worry not, because it's bringing you Cheaters SA to help you. So basically, it's a call to action for people to send the channel or the producers of the show a message saying, hey, listen, I think Wuli is no longer faithful to me alone. So I want you guys to investigate and find out.
And no, guys, it's easier if we have a show where they say, look, I think my man's not cheating. Can you go check? Because there are more people not cheating. Just based on us 4.
Okay.
It's 75%.
Simple. Let's just do it now. Here's a question. Is anyone at this table cheating on somebody else? If you are, raise your hand.
Well, I'm a lion. I'm not a cheater.
Cheating is a waste of your time, your own time. So
Yeah,
just be
so
honest,
much.
you know? And if you don't want to be there, just leave.
Well, We are still looking, so we are still in the game. Well, I saw that news, and I know that a lot of people were talking about it, and I do not blame them. I mean, in this country, we have a language like side chick, guys.
Yeah.
No. Please have some respect. I consider myself a side lady.
Oh, sis. I think I'm.
Or we can do like King Tut and say king side.
So when I saw the hashtag, I thought to myself, yo, ziyashagela. Then I read the tweets and I asked myself, if this was what's already happening from just one tweet, imagine the actual show when it starts. Really?
Problems.
Kusazoba rough, guys. Kusazoba rough. Let's see the tweets. Okay. Oh yes. One is from Word on the Streets podcast. If we're dating, please don't send me Cheetah SA to find out whether I'm not cheating on you. Let me save you some time. Yes, I am.
Wow.
What a brave person.
Wow.
And then the other one is from Refilio. Can Cheetah's SA start with Johannesburg South? I want.
No.
Musa wants to see something. Musa. They want to see something.
No, don't do it.
And then Peggy Temba Zulu, Cheetah's SA is long overdue. In 2016, I had a cousin who was engaged in Mhlanga dance. Her man caught her red-handed with another guy. 3 months later, she was pregnant, and neither of them was the father.
I stand.
Wow. And of course, you had a last tweet.
Okay, last one. Oh, yes. Brooke Loken, of course. We're going to have Brooke Loken on the Cheetah situation. The worst is watching someone else exposing your person on Cheetah's SA while you're at home watching TV, eating popcorn. And I will kick the TV.
I mean, that's problematic. But listen, one thing I can tell you is that South Africans have already predicted what's going to go down in some of these episodes. Of course, with tweets saying that, listen, here are some of the predictions. Let's have a look at your tweets. This one coming through from Marco that says, Cheetahs SA, some of y'all will be on 3 separate episodes.
Imagine.
Dirty, sis. And then, of course, another one from Buntle that says, so you're going to believe your eyes and the camera's over me, baby. Hashtag Cheetahs SA. No, baby.
And that's the face, eh? You're going to...
That's the thing.
What? You're going to believe that over me?
And he's convinced himself, and he'll convince you as well.
Well, I don't know if the Cheetahs SA will work. People get beat down on that show, guys. Remember when that host, the show, Joey, got stabbed? What do you think they would do to South African here? It was about rough. Already some people are saying that the show has changed their lives. While others, I don't know how this show will change your life, but other people are saying that it will not change anything. People like the following, that's all. Okay. So someone's girlfriend just told me we have to cool things down. I blame this Cheetahs SA nonsense already, guys. Already. And then the other one is Tebucho Cheetahs SA. Y'all think this will stop them from cheating? Not in South Africa. Here we live to share, guys. We live to share.
Wow. Listen, there are obviously videos that I'm going to have to show you now. And these videos are, or this video that I actually want to show you is about what happens on the show called Cheetahs. If you've never seen what it actually looks like, have a look at the situation.
A grip. Josh, what made you think it was okay to start a relationship with his girlfriend? She started it with you? How is it different?
You were gone, okay? It's weird. There's no need for this. It's weird, okay? I don't know what to say.
Baby, what the? He is my best friend.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No, that's not good enough. What the? Give me an explanation.
I know. I'm sorry.
Did she really just do that?
Yes.
Is baby girl holding her asthma pump? Because this is just all getting too much for her.
It's a lot.
Wow.
For the chat. But guys, let's be serious. Let's not take people to Cheetahs SA.
Okay.
We already know there are not enough single men around. So ladies, go out there, find a nice couple, and settle down.
She was the mayor of Sodom and Gomorrah. Don't listen to anything that she says. Guys, we're going to have to take a short ad break because I am surrounded by some garden tools here. Let's go.
Who's the garden tool?
Love it. What you mean that I'm back? Cause no one never left. Where you been in the past? Yeah, when we took this craft. Fuck what you heard, it's a goal, it's what you waiting for.
Now let's see why it continues right here on SABC 3's Trending SA.
Bunny, where are we?
SABC 3's Trending SA.
Try that again.
SABC 3's Trending SA. And online we are TrendingSA.tv. Let's check out what social media is saying about the show. Is it show or so?
The so, baby.
So, right.
Yeah.
Ulanduza Utal's twin P. Manhunt says Trending SA on 3. When do petrol price rise?
When
the petrol... Okay, you read it, Lala.
When the petrol price rise, all prices rises. But what about our salaries?
Yes.
And then 400 rand for unemployed parents. Government mara.
Okay, so let's read.
Still remember this? Taking
What
us
is
back.
this?
Oh, and proud. I'm outside the straight away.
Why was
Yeah, that's the only
This
thing.
you got the goma with
I
this
still
thing.
have that suitcase, guys. I still own that suitcase.
Yes, the suitcase and the scorco.
We love you guys. Thank you very much for your posts, likes, and RTs. We love hearing from you. Now it is time for Who, or known as Worth a Follow.
Our Worth a Follow guest tonight is an incredibly talented actor, exceptionally good looking, and he smells really good. And he's an entrepreneur. He was once our Man Crush Monday guest, and now we've invited him back to talk about the inspiring and amazing work that he has done to transform people's lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Thato Molamu.
You heard it, it's a goal, it's what you're waiting for. Better pack your bags and check your clips. We're back with another banger. Incredible, unforgettable.
I feel like you didn't hold us.
No, you're fine. You're gonna get this when we're done. They just didn't tell me to wear a dress with a cleavage on. Yes.
Always bring your twins to work.
Welcome, Budua.
So, welcome back, Thato. I mean, this is so exciting. I mean, we love having you on the show, but the last time you were here, you were speaking about a goal that was quite close to your heart, and you fulfilled it yesterday, and that was opening a township, a film school based in the township.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about it? And congratulations, of course. It's called Leaders in Motion Film Academy. What is it all about?
Well, what the school is about, obviously, one is for the township, by the township. It's giving access. Our slogan is normalizing access. You know, it's now giving opportunity to the black child. You know, giving them access to the things that have been said that it's impossible. Giving them access to cameras, editing suites, office space, boardrooms if they want to have meetings, giving them access to computers if they want to do research, Wi-Fi, all of the above. You know.
So now somebody at home is sitting there and thinking, oh my goodness, I would love to be a part of this. How can they get chosen? What is the selection process?
Well, Leaders in Motion is based in Tshwane. Yeah, and the reason why it's based in Tshwane because of, I mean, for us guys that have been in the industry for a very long time, we know that everything is in Johannesburg. So, you know, for a kid to travel with the petrol price, you know, to be very difficult for a child to kind of want to make it in this side of the world. So it's based in Tshwane for the Tshwane kids. If you're in Tshwane, you're a filmmaker, you've made a film, you have ambitions of becoming a filmmaker and also an entrepreneur. Beyond just us giving you film skills, we also give you entrepreneurial skills. It comes from a personal story, you know, because of I myself went into business. I didn't really know much about business. I didn't understand the structure of business, finances, and so forth. And therefore, I would have placed myself in a possibility of me failing. So then, luckily, I took myself to school to understand finance. I'm looking forward to my postgrad also this year. You know, so it's that. So it's beyond just us giving you skills. It's also helping you how to run your own film business.
So I want to get into the nitty-gritties of the actual academy. So here I am, I'm 18, I'm done, I haven't applied to a real university. Is it a 1-year thing? Is it a 3-year thing? You know, do I need to apply? What are you teaching me? me, and when I finish, where am I going?
All right, so our selection process started 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
And what we then did is that we just called out to kids that want to be filmmakers. They came. The audition is a 12 months program.
Okay.
CETA accredited. We're also in partnership with the University of Pretoria.
Nice.
Who's a partner for the entrepreneurial side of the business.
Nice.
And then after that, what we are also building is that we're building people that can create their own content and own it and sell it, right? Not now have to run to a broadcaster and then say that, please give me a slot, right? Because of, also we only have like 3-4 major broadcastings. How many producers do you have? It's a lot. And none of them have a space to sell their content. So now we're creating a township economy for the township kid to be able to produce their own film, sell it, make money out of it, own their own content, license it internationally. So Leaders in Motion Academy, that's what it's about. And it's also the South African Creatives Industries Incubator. So the incubator itself, what it does is that it's a creative space where all of us here as creatives, we can come in, we can make content, we can run shows there. We also have, if ever you want to have a comedy show, you can come have a comedy show.
Okay, I'm hired already.
Yeah, so that's what the space itself is about.
I want to ask you this. Me and you and everyone maybe in this table understand why this industry right here is important. Most of the time, though, parents find it like, oh, really? Is this your dream? Do you think it's going to change parents' perspective or perception of what they think of what's going on here? Because you raised nice points of storytelling, entrepreneurship within the space.
Owning content.
Owning, or maybe some people who like to be like a doctor. See the doctor is here. Doctor is here right now.
Well, the thing is, it's quite an interesting thing. So research has shown in the fourth industrial revolution, right, the sectors that will be affected from a labor perspective is IT and the creative sector, right? Now, our government itself now says, here's a national development plan, but yet you're not talking about the creative sector. But now we've forgotten that everything that we see here, it comes from creation. Right, it has to have someone who thinks and becomes an artist is a creator. So these tables, these beautiful cameras, everything that you have here. So because of we never really defined the creative sector, so we never understood it as an economic driver. You look at Hollywood, that's more than $740 billion, dollars that it contributes, right? And film contributes about over 42 billion of that. So why are we not having those conversations in South Africa? Now we then take it to Nollywood, which is a big industry, but it's always a thing that I think it's an opportunity for us now as creatives to now start owning, our own content, tell our own stories.
Stop.
Love that, Budwam. Thank you very much, Thato. We are very, very proud of you and very proud of the foundation. Please, we need this country socialized, and you are one of the pioneers. We're very proud of you. Thank you very much, Budwam. Now, of course, we like things that go hoo. We like things that go like Dala. It's time for Vavas. Yeah, where were you, Unolika?
Vavas, where were you, Unolika?
Mami.
Welcome yet to another installment of our weekly Vavas. Yeah, media. It has the power to change people's lives, and nothing is as powerful as seeing our stories told. Tonight I want to throw back to some iconic TV shows that have helped shape TV as we know it today, and some of these shows were the launchpad for some of our fabulous stars today. Before I get into the shows, I want to ask you guys, what were your favorite shows when you were little nippers? Let's start with you, Musa.
My favorite show when I was younger was Emmanuel. I'm joking. Dragon Ball Z, guys. You remember when Goku...
What? Didn't Dragon Ball Z just start like 2 years ago?
No, it's been around for a long time. Dragon Ball Z, Goku, when he became a Super Saiyan, guys, he just stood there and he just... and then Boo was blonde. Yay!
And you, Riri, that was very exciting.
I did not watch television, I read.
Oh, wow.
That's why I'm an intellectual.
Okay.
Intellectual. Well, it was rural area, so each generator was very expensive. Safe generator. We only watched Deliwe.
Oh, that was stunning.
And Stumo.
Fantastic.
And Thato. Everything.
Nice.
You don't see the generator sound.
Guys, let's look at some shows that had an impact on South Africans. The first show I want to talk about and throw back to is the epic Yizo.
Yes.
Guys, this show broke so many boundaries, told stories that many were afraid to tell, and it helped so many young people in South Africa believe that being a star was possible and gave them hope. Let's check it out.
Sonke siyi-228 madoda yavuma umkhosi kanongolozo ushule kube la down up 1 step second step inje lento madoda uchester nopapa ekshini abasifundile inombolo zakanongolozo ngivuma ukuthi baphikelele ixuku lesithathu siyiphakamisa ngeboost carrier siphi isibozo hayi sese sonke siyi-228 bekanebe la wonke umzuzu.
Pretty.
You watched it.
Guys, listen. I know. Let me start. My parents didn't allow me to watch Yizo, obviously. I only started watching Yizo in varsity. I'm glad I watched it in varsity. I will never go to prison. Anyway, that show, of course, was ahead of its time. It spoke to so many issues that a lot of South African youth were basically dealing with, but also a lot of the stories that need to be told from the township. And it definitely was a pioneer of its time. I really enjoyed that show.
I'd never want to go to prison either. Another show that was representative of South Africa as well as the Rainbow Nation was Suburban Bliss, the emerging Rainbow Nation. Do you remember this one with the crazy hairstyles?
Yeah.
Jongan?
Don't touch my desk.
And I'm the salesman.
Touch my desk again and you're a dead man.
I was just tidying it. A good salesman.
You're a very good salesman, Ike.
That's right. I got us to look at the deal. 150 tables for the Shabin chain.
Give him a gold star.
I got us no expense.
And a stuffed teddy bear.
I bring in the box, man. You sell furniture. Hey, I'm important to you.
Yes, so is my dog, but I'm not going to give him a raise. I also quite like my kitty cat, but you don't want a raise.
Wow, guys, so many great shows. Do you guys remember Going Up? Another show that spoke on the topic of recognizing each other, no matter the color. They did their best to bridge that gap. And of course, may his soul rest in peace. And Tate Joe Mafela.
Yes, indeed, they did. It was a great time for TV. We saw South African characters that we have never been exposed to before. Do you guys remember Upamela Nomvete? Power. She was Nsiki from Generations. Yo.
This time, Nsiki Lukhele is in control. Nobody treats me like dirt and gets away with it.
Yes,
I've got to go. Go ahead. Be their doormat. Not me. Not anymore. From now on, I'm in the driver's seat. And nothing is going to stop me. I'll get what I want, even if it kills me.
Whoa, guys. And I must say, I've worked with him.
You said that 10 minutes ago.
Yes, I did.
Look, we get it, Celeste. You worked with her. Jeez, okay,
like,
thanks.
I'm sorry, Lala.
Mona must fall. Mona must fall.
Okay, guys, we are very jealous. The only people that we get to work with is Relibkhilo and Umusa. We're going to take a quick ad break while we check for more exciting people
what did you just say?
to meet. Hey, guys, don't forget, let's have our legendary Thursday guest, Zolani
Mkiva.
You're still watching Trending SA right here on SABC3. And online, you know, we are TrendingSA.tv. Thank you for all your tweets, Facebook and Insta posts. We love receiving them. Of course, guys, I did tell you that our Thursdays for Mandela Month are dedicated to legends who embody the values and spirit of Utata Madiba. Tonight, we have a national treasure. Today, he's the Secretary General of the Congress of Traditional Leaders of South Africa, fighting for land reform, among other issues of national importance. But those of you who know little about the current office know him as an award-winning and internationally recognized poet, praise singer, and musician. For 13 years, he worked and traveled with former President Nelson Mandela and his poet laureate. His voice has been synonymous with celebrating the human spirit, and tonight, Mr. Zolani Mkiva will be here with us. Just before he comes on, for those of you who have been living under a rock, let's check out this moment. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Imbongi Yesizo Zolani Mkiva. Ingati Versace. It is an honor to have you up at Trending SA. Welcome, Putuam with Versace. It looks like a Madiba shirt. You look absolutely incredible. Putuam, we just played a clip of Nelson Mandela's inauguration in '94, where you were his praise singer, ushering him into his presidency. Take us through that moment, Ndasaka. I mean, that's not just a flippant moment. Take us through that moment.
Wow, that was an exciting moment for all of us. Something that some of us didn't expect that was going to happen in our lifetime. To be part of it and to be at the stage wherein the first democratically elected president of a country. Wow. And to usher him with the praises right at that point, the historic moment with billions of people in the world watching it, it was quite a privilege for me and a singular honor, which I will always bury in my mind. It remains buried in my mind until the end of time.
Yeah.
Sure. Wow, Putam.
I want to ask, the place that you grew up in at Tuchwa, Eastern Cape, did it have anything to do with the decision you took of your life, or was it that traditional home? How was that influencing how you became?
Well, I come from a very strong cultural background where people still embrace their culture, their values, their norms, their nuances. So I grew up under that stewardship, seeing my elders doing their thing, which is African, and I followed suit because I learned from them and I took from them, and I am made of the bones of those who came before me and those who actually groomed me in a sense to familiarize me with the culture so that everything that I do, it can resonate with the structure and the design of our life as Africans, because that is my approach to issues, that I don't struggle to do what I do. Is compatible with my life, and I didn't go to school for this. I went to school just to systematize my thinking so that I can be prolific in that talent which is God-given, which is given to us by the ancestors. There is nothing that I see special about what I do, because I think that everybody else has to do what is God-given. Like the stuff that you do here, I've been watching you for many, many months. You don't scratch your head. You don't break your jaws. You are just very prolific in what you do because it's your talent.
But you know what people don't actually know about you? You didn't just praise our president at the time, Nelson Mandela. We've got Gaddafi. Not generations, the Gaddafi. We've got Castro. I mean,
Fidel Castro.
This is phenomenal. But how did you end up with that? How did that come about?
How did they choose you?
It's a culmination of activities. Remember that I started singing the praises of Nelson Mandela when he was still in jail. Where I didn't even know his image, when his image was actually banned. So I imagined the giant. But because we were taught that Nelson Mandela is a figurehead for our liberation and an icon that we imagined, that was an inspiration to me. Most of my praise songs were about the imagination. And they gave effect to this giant.
And gave us hope.
And gave hope to millions of South Africans and as a student. So by the time Nelson Mandela gets released actually from jail, I was at high school.
Wow.
And already I had been observed by the leaders of the liberation. And then they said to me, the day Nelson Mandela is released, we would like you to actually be part and parcel.
How did that make you feel?
Sure. Oh, of course. You know, the night before Nelson Mandela came home at his welcome home rally in the Transkei, I couldn't sleep when I was told that I was going to be part and parcel of the stage where he was to be welcomed. So you can imagine, it was a mixed feeling for me, because for the first time I was going to meet with him in person and be able to shake his hand and talk to him. And I was not disappointed when Nelson Mandela walked into that open space next to Mthatha.
So now, you are actually a prominent leader at Congress of Traditional Leaders of South Africa. You also are doing the praise, you are dealing with major issues of national importance, then you are a recording artist. Okay, you don't just have 2 albums, you have 12 albums. When people meet you, what do you actually say when they ask you, what do you do?
I'm a heritage practitioner.
Wow, well said, I like that.
I'm a heritage practitioner, and that which I do for the institution of traditional leadership does not contradict the work that I do in the studio when I record the Afrocentric songs and when I recite and render my poetry.
Right, so I have a question. It's actually 2 questions, but the first question is, how does your voice deal with all of that? And my second question, of course, is about your most memorable performance. Of all the performances and all the work that you've done being a praise singer, which of those are your most memorable?
I have a voice of a warrior.
Okay.
And the guttural voice. So my voice cannot tire, because praise singers used to do what they do in ancient time to motivate even the army and the warriors as they went into battle. So this voice is in itself a God-given voice. It's a voice of the ancestors. It's more than just my voice as an individual. You know, the voice box is mounted such that it can sustain many battles.
Wow. As a doctor, it's
Three ladies were sitting here.
You know, I'm thinking the way we went into that makeup room and we saw him and we saw Thato, like, Sawubona. Hey, Thato. So
now we're gonna swap.
Now I read that you are on a rap song. Like, really? Hip hop? Because I wouldn't gonna say, hey, I'm gonna Sawubona.
It's
so
versatile.
Let's take the clip. So I don't know, who would think you don't have time for that. What made you agree to do the song with Swagger?
Well, I like to work with young people. I like to make an impact and ensure that even the young ones do not forget their background. You see, hip hop and rap is the bastardized form of praise singing.
Oh yes, that it is.
You understand? So
can you repeat that?
Yeah, indeed, they are bastardized form of praise singing. Praise singing is the oldest oral form of poetry in the world. So therefore, you have to move with times, and culture is not static; it's dynamic. So we have to preserve our heritage and ensure that which is original is also preserved and conserved. But however, we must allow creativity. We must allow new trends so that we move on with times. I like technology. There is nothing that contradicts me by employing technology to enhance the Africanity that we represent.
I think you're absolutely incredible, and I love you for retaining who you are. Absolutely incredible. Deep big ups to you. Now, we are on Mandela Month, as you know. We're in Mandela Month, and and you worked with Thato for like 13 years. Any funny stories about Thato that you can tell us that people don't know? Like maybe, for example, he loved amagwinya with amanina. Any stories? That's okay.
Well, I don't think it's anything funny, but Nelson Mandela loved to eat his chicken with his own hands.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'll find that whenever he goes on a state visit, he would be advised by those close to him that please make sure you do not eat with hands. This is White House.
Yeah. This is the Queen's palace.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
But quite very strange. You would find Bill Clinton being the one who rolls the sleeves and start eating the chicken with hands. And Nelson Mandela would explode and say, "You see what I mean?"
So we can take that and start chewing our bones.
There's no problem.
One thing I would like to know, it's incredible that you spent this much time with Thato Mandela. What is it exactly that you've learned from him?
Well, I have learned reconciliation. I have learned to forget and forgive and move on. Nelson Mandela has provided leadership, not only to South Africa, but to the rest of the continent and the world over. He has left us with inheritance of saying that as humankind, we ought to learn to live together, to reconcile our differences and embrace each other and ensure that we work towards a dream of a world that works for development. And at the center of life, is human development. Nothing can beat that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Zolani, for joining us, Budwam. You're absolutely incredible. You're inspirational. You're educating a whole new generation. We want to see those books as well, Mdasekaya. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Budwam. We're going to go to a break, so when Bud is gone, we can talk about his shirts. See you later.
Come on, Izihlobuzela nabo nobufakazi kuleli ndoda emathotsheni umfana kithi siyamazi khuluma khali please lesonyembezi bamba isandla sami with my people legazi khuluma khali please lesonyembezi bamba isandla sami with my people legazi khuluma khali please lesonyembezi bamba isandla sami with my people legazi come on khuluma khali please lesonyembezi bamba isandla sami with my people legazi come on stress ibilisi lokavini kwenza bokhuluva banukelwe igazi look I had the choice ukuthi ngiblome emakhishini forget this life kumele kude ngibali imali
of this
yes, I'm Tiny, and you are Speedy. You can be stoned. Right.
Thank you.
Welcome. Where's your towel, Speedy? Welcome back to SABC. And you
Sorry, did you just forget I existed?
I don't know, it's just girls. And it's Lesbian Thursday. Come on, Barry. You're not important tonight. Welcome back to SABC 3's TrendingSA. It's now time for What's Up on WhatsApp. Celeste, what do you have for us tonight, Angel?
Well, the question is, how much do you love your friend? Just like Guli loves Doctor here. Do you love them as much as this guy? Mina shame, I got And my question is, how come there was a lion sound there? What was
We all need a friend like that, especially if it's a fake crocodile. Statue, shush you too. Guys, and thank you so much, you two that slapped. Thank you so much.
I came here just to get spanked. Thank you.
Yes, we love to thank you, folks. That is how we wrap up the week. We'll be back on our screens again on Monday. Thank you very much, Riri. Thank you very much, Celeste. We love you, ladies. Thank you very much. We'll check more trending hashtags next week. Good night, everybody.
You
siyahamba manje, siyahamba manje, siyahamba manje, siya Japan. In the meantime, hibari, up on my salon in the meantime, in the chabus in the mix, hibari, in Kalibonipi, a Pesulu, in Kalibonipi, hibari, Kono, Solata.